Yes, you have seen the title. Video in question, CoryxKenshin. Racism or favoritism? This is a very different type of video. Videos that I usually do not like to do, mainly because I'm more of a happy-go-lucky type of dude who does videos. This video is not one of those type of videos. This video is not for clout. It's not for any of that. This video is just about what I think on the whole thing. Now, Cory made a video about racism, favoritism. Boy, the moment that video went up there, almost the entire YouTube community has turned on Cory because he mentioned racism. Now, racism is a very strong and powerful accusation to make. You don't throw the word around like that without actually having proof of this. Thing is, he mentioned favoritism. Now, he almost had me with the racism.
YouTube. You guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
Now, thing is, YouTube, it's true, YouTube does have its favoritism of big content creators that they want on their platform. And, well, I do have to say that it is a problem that many of us that are not as, high as Cory or any other YouTubers that are anyone, regardless, has dealt with. It is a problem that I've dealt with. It's a problem that Cory's dealt with. It's a problem that many of us fellow brethren or sisters on this community has dealt with. The problem, the video in question is a video that Cory had made. A playthrough. I'm not going to mention the name of it. But you know what I mean if you've seen it. Now, video gets striked. Community guideline. It's taken down. Now, the thing about this is that it has not so good content in it. It's taken down. It, makes sense. Not good content. Inappropriate for YouTube. Thing about this, though, is that when you scroll the searches game up, you will see thousands and thousands of other YouTubers doing this gameplay, which doesn't really make any sense. Now, why would his video specifically get a strike? I've searched up so many videos about this game. There's not a single one that has been striked, except for Markiplier's now, but I'm getting to that part. Now, it gets striked. Cory's confused to why he's gotten striked and others haven't. Doesn't make really any sense to why he's getting striked. Now, let me take this back, because many YouTubers who talk about this topic never actually go back to where it all begins. They just deal with this one specific video. That's it. So, the video where Cory came back to YouTube after taking a long break and, just not retiring after 10 mil. After he comes back, literally a day, his video gets a community guideline, right? It's a video of a try not to laugh. A video that has been on YouTube since 2019. Why would he come back now and then all of a sudden he gets a community guideline strike? Many people have said Cory's taking this a little bit out of proportion. Maybe Cory has, maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But the facts that he lays out are very, very, very big facts.
So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, And his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Cory, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back and they removed my age restriction.
Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a CoryxKenshin fan. I am. I'm saying this because I have dealt with the same problems. Now, video in question, Meat Canyon video is what I'm talking about. Now, many people have reacted to this Meat Canyon video. I won't say the name of it, but it was a video of Meat Canyon. Now, everyone's reacted to this, right? I show up, get ready to react, all of a sudden, I can't react to it. It gets a community guideline strike. Now, I do everything I can to censor, or anything. Anything that just didn't seem appropriate. The thing was, though, is that it never was able to go up. So, I'm thinking, okay, it's done. But, I'm scrolling, and all of these other YouTubers reacted to this. You know, it's very strange to why I can't actually upload it. I'm not the only one. Now, thing is, though, I end up getting a community guideline strike because of a thumbnail. Now, thumbnail is actually a Springtrap and Delilah video. Now, if you were to go back on my, my first Springtrap Delilah video on my Captain Fox channel, you will see there's nothing wrong with the thumbnail. Maybe it looks a little out of place because Springtrap's holding her up, or Delilah up, but they only leave me the blanket term child safety. Now, I don't really see what was endangering about the thumbnail. It doesn't really make any sense. Maybe it was a miscalculation. Maybe they just didn't know what they were doing. I don't know. But it didn't make sense to why I would get a community guideline strike for a thumbnail that didn't look threatening. You know, there was nothing wrong with the thumbnail. It's still up there now. If you go back on my channel, Captain Fox, the second video on my channel, you will see the thumbnail and you can see there was nothing threatening or anything crazy to make it look like it was child endangerment. When you click on this video, you will see that same exact part of where the thumbnail is, and you will clearly see that there was no such thing as child endangerment or violating the terms child safety. At this point, I'm kind of getting a little annoyed or upset with this because it's making no sense. YouTube, I don't know what type of system you got operating over there. I don't know if there is some favoritism or racism at play. But if there is, everyone knows now. Because this is not right. Why would you treat us, the people that call you out, like this? We just want a little bit of communication. We didn't ask for you to freaking just... we didn't ask you to just go on to other channels and just delete everything. We didn't ask you any of that. We didn't ask you to go on their channels, delete the videos that were like ours, that you community guideline strike or whatever, to go and do theirs the same way you did Markiplier when Cory called you out.
I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down.
When Cory called them all, they age restricted both of their videos. They are getting, like Cory said, they're getting caught with their pants down. YouTube, you are getting caught with your pants down. Now, there's this video, right? There's this video about a guy who, I don't know what to say. Like, this guy, he's on here and he pretty much calls Cory a liar. Now, at the beginning of this video, this dude says there's no hate involved with Cory. Literally, as you're watching this video, this guy says a whole bunch of extra stuff that was unnecessary. That literally was like, what? Like, he was saying a bunch of stuff that made it look like it was hate speech. Like he was attacking Cory or something. Now, people have their own different opinions. Okay, that's great. But you don't have to attack the guy. Okay? I literally get it. Not everybody agrees. And I'm not attacking him or anything. I'm not attacking a YouTuber or whatever. But I just feel it was kind of wrong to go on there and call him a bunch of names, call him stupid, and make him look like he was just dumb. You know, at the end, this guy has the audacity to call this dude retarded at the end of the video.
A disclaimer, I already know I'm gonna lose subs, I could care less really, but like this is not a hate video at all towards CoryxKenshin. Nah dude, you might be just retarded.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But then he gonna say at the beginning, oh yeah, there's no hate speech involved. What are you throwing the R word for if there's no hate speech involved? That sounds pretty hateful to me. You don't go around just throwing that word out. Like, I don't really get you, sir. Like, what's wrong with you? Like dude. And I might get, like, a couple hate speeches from other people who might see this video. Might think maybe I'm overreacting, or maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. But all I know is, sir, if you're watching this, I need you to know that I don't have any hate towards you, but the way you did that video and did Cory was pretty wrong. Now, obviously, you have not actually really paid much attention to what this dude is saying. You completely block out the fact that he said favoritism. Now, I'm getting kind of loud because, like, this kind of makes me mad. That the fact that everyone actually, I'm telling you, every video you go on to with people talking about Cory, calling trash and whatever about this event, they never talk about the favoritism.
They always think that it's some gotcha moment when they ask that question. Basically, they're asking if I forgot about him saying it could be favoritism.
You want to know why that is? Is because the factor that you never used it the whole video, okay? That's why it's such a got you moment, because so many YouTubers, I've done a video on this, and never mentioned the favoritism. I mean, maybe once, but they never went into context about it. They never really put it into a topic. All they would talk about, like you in that video, about the racism. Why have to make another video just to let us know, hey, well, just because I didn't mention the favoritism doesn't mean there isn't some favoritism going on. Why didn't you mention the favoritism when you made that video? Why did all we talk about was the racism? And second of all, why were you talking about Cory in such way if there was no hate speech? I mean, like, really strange word choice. I mean, maybe you hate Cory, maybe you don't. All I know is that there needs to be some communication, YouTube, because this is what happens as a result.
What would you do if you're YouTube, right? You get someone that wants their video unage restricted, you do it for them, and then they complain afterwards. There's no winning.
Even though this guy goes on to talk some crazy stuff about Cory, this is a part I can actually agree with. The fact that Corey Mason complained to YouTube and YouTube decided to just age restrict the both of them, Markiplier and Corey still complains about this. It's really true. I mean, there's just no winning to this. I mean, Corey, come on, man. Just buckle down and just accept the facts and just accept that YouTube has made a decision. I don't agree with the fact that they age restricted your video instead of Markiplier's, but they age restricted both of you. So at least try to be happy about that.
You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across. I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before?
But at the same time, I agree with Corey on this part. The fact that it's so unfair just makes it a little just suspicious, YouTube. The fact that you go back, age restrict his video, and then age restrict Markiplier's after he calls you out on that makes it look like you just got caught with your pants down. What's going on? And at the same time, can we also talk about the fact that this guy, he literally goes on to say, Corey said racism in his appeal.
So YouTube, after seeing this, after he sends his rep this email saying that this is racist,
I'm sorry, when did he say that? When in that video did he say that this was racist in his appeal? When did he say that? You see, YouTube, this is a result of what happens when you don't do communication. People go on to do and say anything for clout when it comes to things like this. Making videos, talking trash about other people, spreading rumors. Is this what you want your platform to be, YouTube? Full with all this hate, negativity? What you need to do is do communication. We have been saying this for years. That's all we ask. But the way you make this look, this is a little bit more than just communication problems. It's starting to look like it's something else. I don't want to say that it's racism, but the more you are favoritism, but the more you do this, the more it starts to look like that. I know other YouTubers are going to say, or other people are going to say, well, if it's really racism, why am I black and I've got nothing going on wrong with me? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know the answers to this. I'm only stating what I know. That's all. How can you be so sure that it isn't racism to begin with? You don't know what's going on in their heads. I don't know. All I can say is communication. Stop playing the games, guys. Come on. We are what makes you alive. We are what makes YouTube, us content creators. Stop treating us as if we're somehow just slaves to this. And you are the taskmasters that can do and say whatever you want to us, and we won't retaliate. Stop the games, man. Stop them. Because if you don't, there will be consequences and more stuff like this. It's already happening right now. Look at what's going on, YouTube. I don't know if there really is some shady business going on behind YouTube. But if there is, we know. You can't hide it anymore. We know. We are aware. Treat us better, and we'll treat you better. That's all.
I believe there is some racism involved within the policy team, and YouTube in general really doesn't care about black people like that.